Greetings. Get ready to embark on an extraordinary journey exploring the wonders of Proxmox LXC containers within your Proxmox Home Lab server. Today, we'll uncover why installing Docker in a VM on Proxmox is not the best approach, and instead, we'll showcase the advantages of leveraging Proxmox LXC containers, which run directly on bare metal. In this short video, we'll walk you through 3 exciting installations. Firstly, we'll demonstrate how to create a Proxmox LXC container, showcasing the unique advantage of running containers on bare metal, where a Ubuntu container can take merely 300 megabytes and operate significantly faster than in VMs. Next, we'll guide you through setting up Docker within our Proxmox LXC container, harnessing the substantial speed improvement and resource efficiency offered by this approach. Lastly, we'll show you how to configure Portainer to seamlessly manage Docker containers within our Proxmox LXC container environment. So buckle up and prepare to be amazed by the brilliance of this video. We kindly ask for your support by giving our video a thumbs up. Now, without further ado, allow me to introduce you to our Proxmox LXC expert, Nico. Please note that Nico has a charming Dodecanese European accent while fluently speaking the Queen's English. Over to you, Nico.
Thank you, George. Hi there. This video is going to become controversial. With the recent news about the VMware ESX server, people are now looking for an alternative Type 1 hypervisor to use. However, Proxmox not only is a Type 1 hypervisor, but it has something that none of the other Type 1 hypervisors has. And in this video, we are going to not only demonstrate it or install it on our Proxmox server, but we are going to show you something very interesting. Now, apart from having a Type 1 hypervisor, Proxmox comes with LXC Containers. Now, these are something new in the industry. This is a container, unlike Docker, that runs on bare metal. So not only does Proxmox allow you to run your VMs as virtual machines, but it also allows you to create containers. One of the features of this, or should I say benefits, is if you create a Proxmox LXC container and install in that container the Ubuntu template they provide, you land up with a 300 megabyte Ubuntu server, whereas if you use the normal way to create a Ubuntu server in a VM, you land up with a gigabyte. So the benefits are as follows. A, it is substantially smaller than running it in a VM, and also because this container runs on bare metal and not running on a VM, you land up with a Type 1 kind of hypervisor type container. And in this video, we are going to show you the right way to install Docker on Proxmox, taking benefit of the LXC containers. Today we want to install Docker into Proxmox, the correct way to do that. First of all, we need to log into our Proxmox server. Let's do that. Log in. Normally, when we want to create a VM, we can either use a template and clone it, or we can click the button Create a VM and go through the whole process. But Proxmox has a special feature. It creates special Proxmox containers. The difference between a Proxmox container and a Docker container is that the Proxmox container runs on bare metal. It's almost like a Type 1 hypervisor, And to create one, we just click this button, and this is how the process starts. Whereas a Docker container runs inside an operating system, so it's almost like a type 2 hypervisor, if you think about it. The Proxmox container is also known as an LXC container. And this is the instructions that we are going to follow. You can find the link to our blog page below. The recommended way to run Docker containers on Proxmox is not to create a VM and run the container, the Docker, inside a VM. So we are going to show you how we are going to do this. I've already created one, but I will go through the process. Before you can create the container, there are a few prerequisites we need to do, and that is to add templates to our Proxmox. To do this, we need to SSH to the Proxmox server itself. So I'm going to do that here. I'm in. Then you need to run this command. This command will list all the templates that are available. And you see there are two kinds of templates. There's the system templates, and then there's the turnkey templates. Now, system templates are things like you want to create Ubuntu 20.04. That's this one here. Or the turnkeys, these are complete servers. If you want a Bugzilla server, an Ansible server, then you would use these, and it will create you a container that's running that server. But in our case, we just want to do a native or a system installation. So 2204, this is the one I want. Copy. And then the next thing we need to do now is to download it. So it's this command, I have it here. So this is the command you need up to there, and then that part there. Now this you would run on your server like this. I'm just going to clear the screen. You would run this like this on your server. However, on my server, I have a 2 terabyte storage that I use to run my containers and VMs in. So I don't want to use local. So on mine, I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to choose a different server. I'm going to choose the latest Alpine. And paste. VM data. This should now work. And it's downloaded it. So now we can create a Proxmox container. I want to make the 401. And I'm going to call this Docker. Now you need to give this thing a good password. Right. And now let's select the template. There we are. Here's the Alpine. But I want to use Ubuntu. Next. I want to allocate enough storage to this, so I normally give my servers 20 gig or 18 gig, 20 gig. Next, cores you can allocate to, and you can specify a limit. So I'm going to specify a limit of 1 so that this thing doesn't kill my server if something goes wrong in this container. And then memory, I don't like 512 gigs. I'm going to use 4096, but I'll leave the swap file the same. Network I won't change. I do want to give it the IP address 10.154.2.85. Make it 95. .154.2.3. You also need to say /24. If you don't put /24, it won't accept it. Now I've set up my container with a fixed IP address. Next. 10.154.2.3, that's my gateway, and 8.8.8.8, you can use 1.1.1 and then confirm. And now you say finish. And now we look at status, and it's okay. This is great. Now we can close this, and there is our new container. We are now going to install Docker on the Proxmox LXC container. We have created a LXC container. Now we want to install Docker inside that container. To do that, I am going to open up my Proxmox. And if you look at the top there, you will see, notice the image. These look like monitors and these look like cubes. So this is the Docker LXC container that we created. So click on that and we click on Start. Once we've done that, then we can click on Console. And we're in. It's incredibly fast. And I'm in. I now want to see what the IP address is. And remember we said it would be 95. So let's see if it is 95. There it is. It is 95. That is the IP address. So now we can open a new tab. SSH. My user is Nikem. 10.154.2.95. And I'm in. I now need to elevate my user to root. So sudo, or as the British say, sudo, su dash. Excuse the noise from my keyboard. We have provided a link below to this blog page where we show how we install Docker on Ubuntu. Now this part is if you have a partial or previous version and you want to uninstall it. Let's get down to the juicy parts. We've already done sudo. We need to do an update. So let's copy this command. That was fairly quick. These commands, you have to copy them one at a time. The next one, we now are going to be downloading a GPG file. We've done that. Now we're going to add the repository. And press enter. We've added the repository. We now need to add this. And now that we've added our repository, we need to do an apt or apt update. So let's do that. It's added a new repository. Now we should be able to install Docker. And now to test Docker, we say docker -- version. And that's good. We've got the version 2503, which means we have successfully installed Docker on this server. Now there are some things we still need to do, and that is regarding the automation, making it start automatically. I'm first going to check the status. And it says it's running, which it is. You now need to type a Q to get out of here. And then run this command to enable it. And we can check status again. And now we see that it's enabled. That means that every time my Proxmox server starts, if I make this container start automatically, then inside the container, Docker will start automatically. Now we have succeeded to install Docker in our Proxmox LXC container.
Thank you for watching this video, exploring the world of Proxmox LXC containers and their capabilities. Nico demonstrated creating a Proxmox LXC container directly on your server's bare metal, showcasing its efficiency and speed. He then showed how to install Docker containers within the Proxmox LXC container, leveraging its speed and resource efficiency. Finally, Nico demonstrated installing Portainer to manage Docker images in your Proxmox LXC container environment, providing a streamlined management solution. With this knowledge, you can now have a powerful, efficient, and easily manageable container environment on your Proxmox server, maximizing performance and resource utilization. If you have not given us a like, please do so. Your dedication to exploring Proxmox's capabilities is invaluable. Stay tuned for more insights, automation, and empowerment through its incredible tools for your home lab. Please like and comment to share your feedback and suggestions for our channel. If you found this video valuable, consider subscribing to stay updated with our latest content and tutorials, ensuring you never miss out on informative videos. Your support is crucial for our channel's growth. For those eager to deepen their knowledge, consider becoming a patron supporter for exclusive access to upcoming training courses, enriching your expertise and supporting the channel. We genuinely appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more enriching content with you. Stay curious, keep exploring, and continue harnessing Proxmox's remarkable potential in your home lab and DevOps journey. Thank you for being part of our community.